Welcome to our channel, Always Keep Moving. We are Anna and Kelvin. 11 months ago we quit our jobs in Sweden and started our around the world trip. We've been to almost 25 countries. We started in Latin America, then Southern Africa, then the Middle East, then into Southeast Asia. After Southeast Asia we went to Taiwan. Now I used to live here many years ago, so it was great to see the old sites, meet old friends and show Anna where I used to live and where I used to work. From there we went to Nepal and had a great time trekking in the Himalaya, and then after that we are now going to India.
Don't forget to watch our previous videos coming from 4 different continents and over 20 different countries. And also don't forget to like and subscribe.
Welcome to today's video. We are starting as we land in Finland. We have just 1 hour, just over an hour in Helsinki airport. We sadly didn't get fed on our flight, so first order of business is find some food. We are in Helsinki airport. We have a changeover and we have just over an hour to kill. And surprisingly enough, on Finnair, we didn't get fed. We had a bit of breakfast, like a tiny little token gesture, and they give you a cup of coffee with a little biscuit in the afternoon. So yeah, we're more than ready for a meal. Unfortunately, this place here was obscene prices. So we've kind of swallowed it and gone to Burger King, but I mean, Burger King want pennies. But the thing that impressed me the most is they sell beer in Burger King. How good is that? How good is that? I've never seen that before in my life in Burger King. So fair play to the Finns, man.
We are at Helsinki airport and we are now gonna go to our new gate to check into our flight to London. Just saw these great lounger beds here or chairs. Yeah, we have definitely already experienced Scandinavian efficiency since we arrived here. Everything has gone super fast. So yeah, just one more flight now and then we have come to the end destination for this trip, London, where we will be for a week now before it's time to start head back toward this area again, back to Sweden. Okay, but first, London and England for a week.
So we settled down on our flight. It's not too busy, so we got a bit of leg room, so that's nice. Set a movie up for our 3-hour flight to pass a bit of time. We say our goodbyes to Finland, sit, relax and watch the movie. When the movie finished and we started to get a little bit closer to Heathrow, we started to get into the headspace of a busy airport. And when we landed, we wasn't disappointed. It was very busy and chaotic. We eventually got set up with SIM cards, tried to fix up a taxi, and after getting ridiculously expensive quotes, we eventually got one for £50, taking us to a place called Busher, which is where my mate Moxie lives, Guy, and we're staying with him for a couple of nights. We enjoy it, we're tired, get ready and look forward to an early night. So we had a good sleep, got up the next morning and went for a nice walk. As you can see, it's a nice leafy suburban area here in Busher. Now this place Busher, where he lives, Mox, it's technically Hertfordshire, although I class it as sort of North London. If you're on the train going north in London, Wembley's probably the biggest landmark in North London. If you're heading from there towards Watford, if you're on the train, it's just a few stops north and you'll come to Busher. He's taking us for a walk. We're going to find a place for lunch and go from there. So we've just gone for a nice walk from Moxie's place. Guys took us, I forget the name of the road we're working, but very suburban, and we're just taking a walk down to whatever, a local cafe come restaurant or whatever to get some lunch. But yeah, just walking by, taking in the sights on a nice suburban walk. And yeah, this is certainly part of London that most visitors don't see, so yeah, we're glad we're doing it. And yeah, hopefully a nice bit of lunch, nice stroll back, and we take it from there. So it was a nice walk there, a nice walk back, Took a few mini detours, enjoyed a few nice little sights of the English countryside in this nice suburban part of Hertfordshire stroke North London, depending on what you class it as. Yep, blue sky, nice comfortable temperatures after the intense heat of India. So it was great. We went home, took an hour relaxing and started getting ready for our friends to arrive a little bit later. Now the friends that came, there was Dave, a real good old friend of mine who I've not seen for, God, well over 10 years, so it was great to see him. Al drove all the way from Cornwall, 5-hour drive, so I really appreciated that. So yep, Mox, Dave and Al, all enjoying a nice meal. The next morning, we're in a taxi heading towards the train station. We're going to take a train down to central London, an hour or so shopping before we meet with our friends Chris and Frida. So we got the main train down to London, then some local buses, and now we're navigating our way along the tube. Yep, looking for the relevant line to make our way to Oxford Circus. Just missed it. Time for a coffee.
We are on the busy Piccadilly Circus in London, and here is one of them typical double-decker. Oxford Circus, yeah, sorry, Oxford Circus, yeah. They've hanged up all the beautiful little UK flags here, British flag. We are heading to try and find the Primark, one of Kelvin's favorite stores in England, which we believe are on Oxford streets. Yeah, so come along our little day of exploration in London.
So after just a little bit of shopping, definitely kept a limit on it, I didn't get carried away. We found a nice little Greek sort of, whatever you want to call it, food stall at the side of the road. We had a souvlaki, sat down, enjoyed it and just watched the world go by. Yep, and then when we'd finished our food, we got on our bus, enjoyed the sights as we headed to Hampstead Heath to meet Frida and Chris. We have just arrived at our friend's place, Frida and Chris's place, in Hampstead Heath, and we're just waiting for them to come down and let us in. So on a nice suburban street, the sun's shining, all is good in the world, and yeah, looking forward to a good night in London.
So we have just finished a lovely dinner with one of my best friends, Frida, and her husband Chris here in London in a nice pub. And now they have taken us to this beautiful viewpoint close to the Hampstead Heath where they're living. There's a big park area here. And there's a great viewpoint here where you can actually see the skyline of London City. And it just happens to be a full moon tonight as well. So yeah, that couldn't have been better timing. But wow, how gorgeous is that? I've never seen the skyline over London before, especially in the dark. Really nice.
It's the next morning. We're on the bus going to Euston Station. Our train is 9 o'clock going to Manchester. I'm meeting the family. They're laying on a big party as we watch the FA Cup final and hopefully watch United win the cup. Okay, it's great. We're early. We're all relaxed. Looking forward to getting a coffee before the train. But British Rail had slightly different ideas. We are on the tube in London. There has been a strike and it's been absolute chaos. We're going to Manchester. We've been to car rental companies, like trying to download apps to get a taxi, you name it. Everything's gone wrong. £500 for a taxi, £800 for a one-way rental. Yeah, we're just saying, it's easier travelling in India than it is in London. I mean, we're just unlucky with the strikes, of course. But we're going for Plan B now, and we'll give you a little update in a few minutes. On our adventure, the final leg of our adventure. Everything's gone smoothly for the last 11 months, and then we get to London and things have gone to absolute shit. Right, an update is there's big rail strikes all across the UK, from London especially. When I booked the train, it said certain line, on the site I booked it said certain lines have been affected. So I put the ones in and then it sort of redirected me. And we ended up getting another. I was like, okay, seems all right. Anyway, all this week I've been getting text messages the whole day long. The whole week long. Are you sure your train's okay? I've heard there's strikes. I said, on my app and on my kind of booking number on the app, it said everything's okay. And even this morning it did. We turned up at the train station at Euston Station. Everyone's like, well, you're on about there's no trains today.
Not a single
anyway,
train today
we've been walking, they was looking for alternatives. All the coaches are booked. There's one, the first available coach bus is like 9-10 o'clock tonight, gets in at 2 in the morning. We went to car hire companies, absolutely nothing, doing a one-way hire. And our friends, Chris and Frida, offered to drive us over halfway, and then we because getting a taxi there was like £500 or something ridiculous.
And the car rental, the cheapest they had in was £800.
They had one for £800 for a one-way rental.
You can buy a small used car.
Yeah, anyway. So anyway, it's been a fiasco. In the end, Frida and Chris have been a godsend.
Oh my God.
They're going to run us halfway, and then we go to Plan B from there. I'll try and get either someone to pick us up, or I'll try to get a taxi from there. So anyway, the nightmare is
it's not over yet.
It's not quite over yet, but it looks at least that we're anyway.
It hasn't been as calm of a morning as we expected it to be.
I just thought, get on the train, sit back, read my book for an hour, get in the mood, check your email and and it certainly hasn't been like that. Okay.
We hope that this is not a predicament of how the game will be.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe because it's been so chaos.
Yeah, it's chaos. Bang. Yeah. Yeah, this is the storm before the calm. Yeah, we'll see. Right, we'll check in later and give you an update.
All right. Here we are in the car, sitting with Frida and Chris, driving
And then what
kind
of statistics
along our way to
off the
Manchester.
top of your head can you remember? Is it when you sell 10,000 books you start making a profit, or is it...
Traffic has been quite okay today, even though it's a big strike on with all the trains. And so I think we have about an hour left until we have come more than halfway where they will drop us, and then we will hopefully take an Uber the rest of the way to Manchester. And so. Phew, what a morning. Yeah, not at all that tranquil and calm morning that we were expecting and hoping for. So what do you think? Do you think we made it in time to Manchester for both the game and the party? Well, stay tuned for the next video and you'll find out.